Learn English with us.
English Podcast.
Hello, English learners. I'm John, and welcome back to Learn English with Us podcast.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah, and we are so happy to have you here again. Today is day 8 of our 12 tenses series.
And today, we are learning a tense that may sound a little difficult at first.
But don't worry, we are going to make it simple, clear, and practical.
Today's tense is the past perfect continuous tense.
If you are new here, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more videos. And if you have been watching every day, thank you for learning with us.
By the end of this lesson, you will understand when to use the past perfect continuous, how to make sentences, and how to use it in everyday English.
So, let's begin.
First, let's understand the basic idea. We use the past perfect continuous tense to talk about an action that started in the past, continued for some time, and stopped before another action in the past.
That sounds complicated.
It sounds complicated, but the idea is simple. Imagine this. You were studying English. You studied for 2 hours. Then your friend called you. So we can say, I had been studying English for 2 hours when my friend called me.
So the studying happened first and the phone call happened later.
Exactly. The studying was continuing for some time before the phone call.
So past perfect continuous often focuses on the duration of an action before another past event.
Perfect. Here's another example. She had been working all day when she went home. She worked for many hours. Then she went home. The work happened before she went home.
Now let's learn the structure.
The structure is very important. For the past perfect continuous, we use subject plus had been plus verb-ing. That's it.
Let's practice.
I had been working.
You had been working.
He had been working.
She had been working.
We had been working.
They had been working.
Notice something?
Yes, we always use had been.
Correct. It doesn't matter if the subject is I, you, he, she, we, or they. We always use had been plus verb-ing.
For example, I had been studying.
She had been sleeping.
They had been waiting.
We had been talking.
He had been driving.
Excellent. Now let's look at the negative form. We use subject plus had not been plus verb-ing. For example, I had not been sleeping well.
She had not been feeling well.
They had not been working. We can also say hadn't been. For example, I hadn't been sleeping well.
What about questions?
For questions, we put had at the beginning. The structure is had plus subject plus been plus verb-ing. For example, had you been studying?
Had she been working?
Had they been waiting?
Had he been sleeping?
Had we been talking too loudly?
And how can we give a short answer?
Very easy. Yes, I had. No, I hadn't. For example, had you been waiting long? Yes, I had. Or, had she been studying? No, she hadn't. Now, let's focus on the most important part. When do we use the past perfect continuous? There are 3 useful situations to remember.
Let's start with number 1. Use 1. An action continued before another past action.
For example, I had been studying English for 3 hours when my mother called me. The studying started earlier. It continued for 3 hours. Then my mother called.
Another example. They had been playing football for an hour when it started to rain.
Exactly. They were playing for an hour, then the rain started.
One more. She had been cooking for 2 hours when her guests arrived.
Great. She started cooking, she continued cooking, then the guests arrived. Sometimes we use past perfect continuous to explain why something happened or why someone looked a certain way in the past. For example, she was tired because she had been working all day.
So she was tired because she had worked continuously for a long time.
Exactly. Another example, his clothes were dirty because he had been working in the garden.
And they were exhausted because they had been traveling all night.
Excellent! The result was in the past, and the continuous activity explains the reason.
Let's make this more practical. Imagine we're talking about yesterday.
Okay?
What were you doing when I called you yesterday?
I was studying English for 2 hours when you called me.
Wow, 2 hours.
Yes, I had been practicing grammar and speaking.
That's great. I was watching a movie when you called.
How long had you been watching it?
I had been watching it for about 40 minutes.
Nice! Let's try another situation.
Okay, why were you so tired yesterday?
I was tired because I had been working all day.
That makes sense. What about you?
I was tired because I had been cleaning my apartment.
How long had you been cleaning?
I had been cleaning for 3 hours.
3 hours? That's a lot of cleaning.
Yes, by the evening I was exhausted.
Let's try another one. Why was the ground wet?
The ground was wet because it had been raining.
Excellent. Why was Sarah's face red?
Because she had been running.
Why were they hungry?
Because they had been working all morning.
Very good.
Now, this is very important. Let's compare the past perfect and past perfect continuous.
They sound very similar.
They are similar, but there is a difference. Past perfect. I had studied English before the test. This focuses more on the completed action. Past perfect continuous. I had been studying English for 3 hours before the test. This focuses on the activity and the duration.
So, past perfect equals completed action or result?
Yes, and past perfect continuous equals ongoing activity or duration before another past event.
Let's compare another pair. She had cleaned the house before her parents arrived. The focus is on the completed cleaning.
Now, she had been cleaning the house for 3 hours before her parents arrived. Here, the focus is on the activity and how long it continued.
That makes it much easier.
Now, it's your turn. Don't just listen. Speak with us. Complete each sentence using the past perfect continuous.
Number 1. I was tired because I...
Pause and answer. Possible answer. I had been working all day.
Excellent. Number 2. She was hungry because she...
Pause and answer. She had been studying for several hours.
Great. Number 3. They were wet because they...
Pause and answer. They had been walking in the rain.
Excellent. Number 4. We were tired because we...
Pause and answer. We had been traveling all night.
Very good. Now let's practice complete sentences. Repeat after us. I had been studying for 2 hours.
I had been studying for 2 hours.
I had been working all morning.
She had been working all morning.
They had been waiting for 30 minutes.
They had been waiting for 30 minutes.
He had been driving since early morning.
He had been driving since early morning.
We had been talking for an hour.
We had been talking for an hour. Let's finish with a quick challenge. Choose the correct form. Number 1. I was tired because I... all day.
A had worked. B had been working.
The answer is B had been working.
Number 2. She for 2 hours before the teacher arrived. A had been studying. B had studied.
The best answer is A, had been studying, because we are focusing on the duration.
Number 3. They were hungry because they... since morning?
The answer is, they had been working since morning. Excellent.
Let's quickly review. The past perfect continuous describes an activity that was continuing before another point or event in the past.
The structure is subject plus had been plus verb-ing. For example, I had been studying English for 2 hours when my friend called.
Remember to use it when you want to emphasize an ongoing activity, duration, or the reason for a past result.
And don't worry if this tense feels difficult today. Practice makes it easier.
Write one sentence using the past perfect continuous in the comments. For example, I had been studying English for 1 hour before I went to bed.
And if you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back for day 9 of our 12 Tenses series.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep improving your English every day.
See you in the next lesson.
Bye, everyone!